Hello everybody, this is General Hand Grenade. Welcome to my war room in Prince George, British Columbia. Well, it's been a busy time. I had a video a couple weeks ago letting you know what I was up to this year. Told you I'm getting into this game that you're looking at here, Global War 1936 to 1945. And man, have I been busy. I'm just about done though, just about ready. But once I started putting the pieces on there, I realized that maybe this map isn't going to be big enough for me because I'm not just using markers, I'm using 3D pieces, 3D air bases and naval bases and shipyards. And so it takes up a lot of room. And when I originally decided which map to get, I got this size because that's about the size as my Axis and Allies map, and so I thought, that's lots of room. But what I didn't consider was that there were more territories and naval, or sorry, sea zones on this map, and so that meant that many of the spaces were smaller. My room here isn't that big here, and so in order to avoid having to remodel, trying to fit something in here, then I thought that I could just get the same size of map basically as I had for Axis and Allies, and that would be good. But I don't think that's going to work out for me, like I said, because of the facilities and the amount of space that they take up on the map. And I really wanted to do that. It's something that I've always wanted to do. When Sire Blood and I got together in Niagara Falls, we played a game of Axis and Allies in our hotel room, and he's had 3D bases for a long time, and I thought it was really neat. So I've always wanted to do that, even before that, but especially after that. So I talked to Doug last night, and I'm going to get the bigger map now. And so it's going to take me a couple more weeks now because I'm going to get the bigger map, and I'm going to have to build a new table. Like this table here, let me just move the camera back a little bit. This table here is only 80 inches long, and the map is 96 inches, right? Like it's 4 feet by 8 feet. Now the table is just as wide. It's 48 inches wide, but it's not long enough because you see these pieces over here, like there's that piece in the corner there, and there's this piece over here. I cut those off of this, otherwise it would have been a 4 by 8 sheet, but I cut them off because I didn't think I was going to need that big of a piece. In fact, at that time, I don't even think I knew about the existence of this game or of historical board gaming at the time. If you had ever seen my video, General Hand Grenade and a Coffee, it was one of my first videos. I think it was the second one. It talks about how I got back into Axis and Allies after a long time being away from it. And so, like getting back into it, I didn't know about all the things that were online and stuff like that. So it never occurred to me that I was ever going to need a bigger table. But anyway, I'm going to get a bigger table, and I think my son-in-law, he's a carpenter, so he's going to help me out, because it's not just a matter of slapping a bigger tabletop on here. Like, I'm going to need to have some drawers and stuff, places to put pieces, because there's really not a lot of room. Like, you look at, there's a wall in behind the table over there, and it's the same on the side that I'm on right now, right? And you go over here and there's not much room over there, and I'm right against the wall over here. So in order to, and then the map itself is going to be like right to the edge of the table on both sides, 4 by 8 map on a 4 by 8 tabletop, right? So there really isn't room to be putting your trays down. Like you can see, that's how busy I've been. Those are all full and they're all ready to go now. I think I'm just a couple of pieces short of having the whole game. So I've got one more order coming from HBG with the map and a couple of pieces, and 2 more orders coming of facilities and stuff coming from Shapeways. And then all that'll be done over there. But man, what a lot of work that was, putting all that together and doing all the painting and everything. But anyway, it's going to be worth it. I know it. So I'm going to remodel this room. I'm going to start this weekend. Tomorrow I'm playing Axis and Allies over at my friend's house. You might have seen his map on a video I posted back on Remembrance Day, back on November 11th. There, he's got a 99-inch Axis and Allies map. So that's where I'm going. We started the game on Monday night, and we're going to go finish that game tomorrow. Anyway, he and I are going to play that tomorrow, and then Sunday I'm going to start tearing this room apart. I'm going to paint the walls, and I don't know if I'm going to get to the flooring or not. I could use new flooring, but I spent a whole lot of money on this game, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that or not. I guess I'll see, but definitely the walls and building a new table and stuff. And then I'm going to take a holiday in about 2 or 3 weeks from now, and I'm just going to spend my holiday making videos. I need a break from work, and I really enjoy doing this, hanging out in my war room and making videos. I love making videos. I really miss it right now because I've been busy with other things, and I just say, well, I should go make a video, you know, and well, I really don't have much to say. So, you know, I just be making one for the sake of making one, and that doesn't serve the community well, and it certainly doesn't serve me well either to water down my channel like that with stuff that doesn't really matter. And before you think that I'm just going on and on about nothing here, you would be it would be well worth your while to hang on till the end of this video, because there's something important that I need to tell you. I'll just show you this other thing here. I made this up. I got a lot of magnets there, and I put them on, and you can see the coasters on the top. That's the turn order in Global War 36, and the production chart and the technology chart. So that's all ready to go, and that'll be mounted on the wall. I'll move that shelf over, and I'll put some more shelves along the wall over here. And the walls won't be purple. My daughter, when her and I moved into this house when she was 16, and I said that she could, you know, she could pick the color of her walls, and we'll paint it. And so she picked purple. And anyway, I'd never had any reason to change it since she moved out. She's since graduated from university, and she's got kids of her own, and you know, I think she's what, 28 now, and so I guess it's time that I could paint this room. Anyway, so that's what I'm going to be doing, and then I'm gonna get right into making videos for this game, and I already know a lot of what I want to do. I'm going to make an introduction video, and then I'm going to start with the map and talk about the map and show all the different like canals and sea zones and railways, and you know, and talk about those sort of things and what they mean in the game, and then I'll obviously do the political situations. The political situations in this game are much more complicated than they are in Axis and Allies Global 40. There isn't just 3 kinds of neutrals like in that game. There's strict neutrals, and there's pro-Axis and pro-Allies, but in this game it's really not like that at all. I won't get into it too much right now, but it's going to take a lot to explain the neutrals in this game, so I'll be doing a whole video just on them, and I'll be doing a video on each of the nations and talking about what their goals are, what their special abilities are. They have special units or special abilities or goals that they need to strive for in order to achieve their victory conditions. You get victory points in this game, and each nation has different victory points that they can get, and you need to do that too. I mean, it's not just a matter of trying to take over the world. You probably don't have enough time in this game to take over the world, so what you really need to do is to go for those victory points, and then at the end of the game in 1945 you add them up, and that's how you determine the winner. And it's not just the two sides, Axis and Allies. It's Axis, Allies, and the Comintern, which is Russia. So, so that's another reason why it's a little more complicated, and why you need the victory point system to see, okay, well, the Allies won, but which Allies? You know, was it the Russian Allies or was it the Western Allies, right? So anyway, I'm going to be talking a lot about that, and also the units. I'm going to show you a lot about the units. Here, let me just grab another box. I think I showed you the German box here a while back, so let's just grab somebody else here and we'll take a quick look, give you a little sneak preview. What do we got here? I just picked one out, so the United Kingdom. Okay, so what do we got in here? Yeah, so there's like I had to get bigger boxes than the ones I had before because the other ones weren't they weren't big enough. Like that, I don't even have all of the UK units in here. I also put them in the Anzac because the Anzac has a lot less pieces, right? So the top row of the Anzac has FEC in it, but not all the FEC, like FEC ships and things like that are in here. The Far East Command I'm talking about, but their infantry is in that other one, and some of the like the heavy bombers and things like that I put in the other box. But so this one's pretty full, but I got new custom infantry for the British, as I did for a lot of the nations. Check this guy out. Looks like a little Scottish guy. Yeah. And you know, look at tokens, like these are for the colonial infantry. They're like infantry, but you don't need to be at a factory to build them. You just need to be on a British space to build them, and a couple of different kinds of carriers. I showed you that before. What I did with these, you have a lot of chips, right? Because there's 5, maybe 6 different kinds of infantry. So you're supposed to just place your unit on the chip, but let me show you something here. Let me just move this back. So what I find and I've used chips before for things, like you've got your chip and then you put your dude on it, right? And then you move it over, and you got to remember there's lots of things in here, you know, like this is pretty easy because it's open and everything, but you got to try to pick it up from here, and you got your hand down here, so you're knocking things all over it around there and thing, you know, and you got to move it, and you know, and then yeah, so it's kind of awkward. So what I did, I bought more chips. Like you could get away with buying less chips, but I bought more because the units that I'm using in this game, like the custom infantry, all using Axis and Allies. You only need one kind of infantry, right? But the old Axis and Allies pieces, like these guys, are militia. Anyway, it's a lot easier. I could just pick him up, but I could see that he's militia because I've got him glued to the militia chip, right? And let's see what else we got here. So we've got the airborne guys, and then they're glued to their chips, and just like everybody. But these are historical board gaming's, that's their airborne piece. The only one that I got from their new set was the mountain infantry. And the reason that I didn't get more, that's not coming into focus. The reason I didn't get more is because of the custom infantry that I use. Like the sculpts would just get lost in all the other sculpts that I have, because all of my sculpts are different, right? It's not like these where, you know, these are all the same, right? When you're looking at these guys, like these are all different, these custom infantry, right? So to get the mountain sculpt and to get the militia sculpt and things like that, they would just get lost, right? You would still have a tough time differentiating them from the other units, right? So that's why. But I did need one other. Like I was telling you before that I was going to use the let me see if I can find one here. I was going to use the World War I infantry for mountain infantry, because they got lots of gear on them, right? So I thought I'd use those for the infantry. But I decided after I seen the sculpts, the new sculpts that they have, that the mountain infantry guy actually looked pretty good. I mean, you look at this guy, he's got the little pickaxe and everything, Obviously, the guy's part belly goat, right? But it's the same for all the nations. The same sculpt for all the nations, but different colors, obviously. But anyway, that's the mountain infantry, and I really liked them. So I've got this for every nation, and I was the reason I wanted to get some anyway was because I was still one sculpt short. I didn't have anything for the Marines. So I'll use the World War I guys, since I already painted them all and everything anyway, and it's the same amount that I need for the Marines. So they will, like this guy's got a Royal Marines chip on there. I don't know if you can see it. It doesn't seem to be coming into focus very well. Anyway, that's what I'm using the World War I pieces for, except for like the Americans, they already have Marine sculpts, right? So for them, they'll just use their Marine sculpts. But yeah, that's pretty much it for these guys. I mean, there's all kinds of tanks and tank destroyers, and you know, the trucks and the mechanized and the armored cars, and there's they got the horses here. The cavalry pieces have come in now. So that's the other piece that I bought, was the cavalry, because I really didn't want to put a dude on a cavalry chip. That's not a horse, that's a dude on a cavalry chip, right? Anyway, that's been doing that, getting all the pieces for all the nations, and that was easy. You know what? That was easy. What was hard was the neutrals. Like most people, and what I would recommend that you do, and we'll get into that more when we get into the game. I would just recommend that you just get all the same color and neutrals, and just do that. Most people don't enjoy playing with little plastic army men as much as I do. I mean, they love the game just as much as I do, but I love just playing with the men. You know what I mean? The army men. And so, you know, like that's, I like painting them and finding them and things like that. And so, like, I've got all kinds of different sculpts even for the neutrals. But you can just get, like if you've seen Hilltop Pillbox's video, you see that he's got all white neutrals. And that's all you need, because it's not like they fight each other or anything like that. So that's what I would recommend that you do, is just get all the same kind of neutrals. But you know, if you have too much money to spend and you're kind of crazy about it like me, then you can do what I did, and you'll see what I did. Like here, I'll just show you one guy, just to show you how far I went. Actually, I'll grab two guys here. So in Finland, they have their elite infantry, and the reason they're elite infantry is because they're ski infantry. They're ski troops. So let me check out these guys. I've got another one too. This is just a couple of them. So this guy, he's got a gun and he's got his skis on. Oops, I broke his ski off. Anyway, so there's that guy, and there's this guy here. So they've got ski troops, and I've got some ski troops for the Russians as well. But yeah, there's all kinds of cool little surprises that I got in my game like this. But yeah, I spent a lot of time doing this, and a lot of effort, and a lot of money. But yeah, I've had a lot of fun doing it. Like I said, though, I do miss making videos. So I can't wait to get back into that, and I'm going to enjoy taking that week off. I did that last year. I took a week off and I did a bunch of videos. That's when I came out with my customization video. So I did a lot of work on customizations that week. Hopefully I will have been done all the customizations that I need to do for this game, and I can just start making videos. You know, like I plan on playing a whole game and showing you parts of that game, like talking about pre-war and how to build your armies and things like that, right? And then going over a lot of the rules and things like that, making separate rules videos. So I don't think I'll make really long ones like I did with the Axis and Allies, where I lump, you know, all of naval warfare in together, for instance. I think I'm going to make shorter ones, like, you know, do one on convoy raiding and one on railways and you know, one on amphibious assaults, and just, I think I'm going to do it that way. Because there's a few videos out there on how to play this game, but not many, right? And so I think it would be helpful for the community that play this game to be able to reference those quicker. There's not an enormous form like we have with accessandallies.org, right? Where you can go and ask a question really easily and get the answer right away, or just read through the forums and find out more about how to play the game. I have searched around and I have found answers to the questions that I had for this game, but it's not as easy. So I'm going to work hard this winter at trying to learn the game and to teach the game as well. I know how much I appreciated the videos that I've watched that have helped me learn the game, especially from the Hilltop Pillbox, but also from Panzer Penguin and Old Man Sarge. He's got a couple of good videos on this game as well. Yeah, and anyway, so I'm trying to learn, and I can't wait to start playing. But so I told you you should stick around to the end of this video, and it's coming to an end, and I'll tell you why. I already told you that I'm getting a new map. That means I have nothing to do with this map. Like, what am I going to do? Put it in my closet? So, in honor of me getting into this new game, I want somebody to win this map. And I don't, like everybody's, oh, a prize, and they'll just sign up. What I really want is to give this away to somebody who's really interested in learning this game, okay? If you're just going to get this map and throw it in your closet, then please don't, I've got more prizes coming up. I've got Axis and Allies prizes and everything in mind. So, there's going to be other prizes coming down the road in the coming months and everything. What I really want is somebody that wants to get into this global war 1936 to 1945 to win this map. And I know there's lots of you out there. So I'm going to send this map off to somebody. I'm going to give you about a week or two. I'm not going to need it because that's like this board was totally populated before, a couple minutes ago. I've taken all the pieces off. It took quite a while because I'm cleaning this room out. I've got to take everything out of here so I can remodel in here. So anyway, this map is going to be put away. Now, I spoke with Doug last night, and like we've got all these player aids, right? Like there's these things here. These are really good, actually. They're some of the best I've seen. So like on the attacker and the defender, one side and the other. And there's this thing here. The facility chart, right? Where you're building ships and facilities. You don't just build them in one turn. It takes you a few of them. And then those two charts over there. I don't need them because I've already got them, right? So I spoke to Doug last night, and he's going to send me the new map. I purchased that off him, the 4x8 map. So I'm going to get a winner for this map here. I think I'm just going to do a draw. I'm not going to ask a question or something like that. I'm just going to do a draw so that everybody has a chance. It's not the guy with the fastest fingers on the keyboard and knows how to Google something, okay? I'm going to make it fair for everybody, and you'll comment in the comment section of this video and say that you want to be in the draw for this map. And so I will send you this map, and Doug will send you all of the player aids, okay? I will give Doug your name and address, and he will send you all of these. Instead of sending them to me, because I don't need them, he's going to send them to you, and I'm going to send you this map. And then you and I can learn this game together, or you and I and all your friends, or whatever, right? But we're going to be going over this, and this is a good map to, I'm getting the bigger one, but that doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with this one, as long as you're just using chips, like, here, let me show you. As long as you're just using these chips or something like that, then you'll be just fine, right? And I tell you, like, it's costing me hundreds and hundreds of dollars for facilities, so I don't recommend you do that. All my kids are grown, and I live alone, and so, like, I've got extra money right now. I've had to quit drinking and doing all kinds of that sort of fun stuff because of losing a kidney in the last couple of years, and so I've got extra money, and that's what I'm spending it on. But that doesn't mean that you need to too. This map is going to be just fine. A lot of people play on this size of map. This is the same size that Sire Blood won at the Grasshopper Invitational last September. And I'll be happy to send it off to you. So let's pick a day. What is it today? It's Friday, right? How about I work night shift next week, so how about next Saturday or Sunday? We'll call it Saturday, but don't be surprised if I don't get to it until Sunday, okay? So you can leave your name till then, and please, like I said, just be somebody that really wants to play this, not just somebody that likes to win prizes, okay? And I know most of you want it, but if you've already got this map, then that's good. And I've got some more prizes coming up, so don't worry that, you know, like there will be other stuff. If you don't want this map, then just wait. And there's some pretty cool prizes actually, but this one's a really good one. This one's gonna be worth a lot of money, of course, because you get this and you get all the player aids, of course, too, that Doug's gonna send you. Plus the you know, like it's be free shipping for you and everything. Anyway, I think I can wrap this up now. So. Thanks for joining me tonight. I don't know about you guys, but I'm missing you. I can't wait to get back onto YouTube and start making videos and start playing with little plastic army men on the internet. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be interesting. Interesting in that I'm going to have to do a lot of reading before I make every video, right? Just to make sure that I get everything correct. I knew how to play Axis now, I swear, this game. Actually, I've studied a lot, though. I tell you, I've learned a lot already. But I'm going to make sure that I sit down and I study the hell out of something before I make a video about it. Because I don't want to give you any false information about anything, right? I like to try to be accurate. And, you know, you make mistakes, little mistakes here and there. And if you catch me making a mistake, I hope that you write in the comment section that, you know, that's not the rule, this is the rule, and then, you know, on the next video or something I can correct myself. Anyway, that's me, General Hungry. Take care, everyone. Bye now.